Hello YouTube, welcome back to Resolution. In this video we've got the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT, the 2022 model, which is exactly the same as the 2021 model, but hey ho, it's a 2022 registered motorcycle. So first thing we're going to do is put a little bit of the good old go-go juice in this bike, and then we're going to take it out for a test ride. Now I always try my hardest if I can at this point to use some sort of fuel app, because I want to get some points back for my money that I'm literally hemorrhaging out at the moment. Although fuel prices are coming down, which is a bonus. 174.9 pence at the moment per litre for unleaded, and we are at pump number 8. Pump number 8. There we go. Fuel amount, I'll say 20, but I'm only going to put probably £10 worth in. Not my bike, not my fuel. So, well, my fuel at the moment, but I don't really want to be leaving a lot of fuel left in it. So let's put £10 worth of squirt in. Now this Honda Rebel 1100 DCT has a litre tank. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so I've put it on the screen for you, and I've just put £10 5.72 litres in. That should give me enough money, that should give me enough fuel to ride up to Lumi's Cafe, take it on some country roads, take it through a town. This is the thing I always get with the Rebel. You got to put the key down here, which is pretty cool. I do like it. Just got to remember where the key goes, which I keep forgetting half the time. Never mind. Right, she's fueled 10 litres. Look at that. It gave nearly a full tank, 4/5 of a tank of fuel. Not bad going. 103 mile range out of that. There was 44 rough miles in the tank. Anyway, let's get on the road and see what we think of this bike. Alright, so the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT, here it is. I've done a review a little while ago, it was probably about a year and a half ago now I reviewed this bike. It was only a quick one. So here is my more in-depth review of the Rebel 1100 DCT. A lot of people have been asking me what I think of the Rebel range. I've thoroughly tested the Honda Rebel 500, manual and DCT, and I have also ridden the 1100 DCT. I've not ridden the manual version yet. Crescent Honda don't seem to have the manual one in store. They always have the DCT, which is no big problem, because let's face it, when you ride a DCT Honda, the gearboxes are phenomenal. You can't fault them. So at the moment I'm in standard mode, and the bike wants to shift up the gears very quickly. Don't be surprised if you're doing 30 miles an hour in 6th gear. It really does try and get you up those gears. However, you've got on the left hand side here a selector button. You press that, it goes into sport mode. Sport mode automatically drops a gear every time you select it. I've never had it maintain the gear that I was in initially, and it also holds the gear for a lot longer, so you can really exploit the rev range. This bike revs out at 8,000 RPM, and I'll tell you what, it is so much fun. It's also really easy at filtering. So if you use this bike as a commuter bike, you're not going to be disappointed when you hit some heavy traffic. You're going to be able to filter your way through and get to your destination very easily. Now I'm going to do a little bit of town riding on this bike, just to give you an idea what it's like as an everyday rider, and then we're going to take it into the countryside, and we're going to show you what it's like as a bike to enjoy at the weekends or on your days off. Now, being a DCT model, you do also get on the near side here a plus and minus, so you can flick manually between the gears. You can also override it from the DCT automatic to a fully manual mode. So let's just go through town a little bit and see what the bike's like. I put it in rain mode at the moment, so this is minimum power, maximum traction control, etc, etc. It is an 1100cc motorcycle, However, and this is the other good thing, look, you put it in, you come to a stop, you got your handbrake, and it just holds it. Press the button and release the handbrake. It's quite slow on that. It handles really well. It's quite a short wheelbase, but that makes for throwing it around corners very, very easy. And yes, Honda, unfortunately I have got the peg down a minute ago whilst riding your bike on a roundabout. Wasn't trying, just leant in comfortably and the peg went down. It is really disconcerting when the peg goes down initially. You think, oh, I'm going to fall off. Oh, here we go. Oh, we go. But you can carry on riding. The pegs are designed slightly to be ground and skim across the ground. Obviously, you don't really want to be getting the peg down too much all the time, because you might hit a bump and you might end up coming off. But slow manoeuvres with a DCT bike is fantastic. It's just so easy. The bike is really, really stable. I'm trying to find a shop window to try and have a look at the bike. And here we go. What about this one? No, that one there. Yeah, it looks alright. It's a good bike. It is a good bike. The wind mirrors are horrific. I mean, they just look slightly distorted. I don't quite get what Honda have done with that. It looks a bit odd, but you get used to it. They just look almost squished, so it distorts your vision looking back slightly. But rain mode is bloody painful. I'll put it in standard mode for the time being. Just feels very unresponsive, which is obviously what it's designed to be. As you can see there, look, I'm still in first, now in second gear, so it really does hold the gears. So even though it's an 1100cc motorcycle, it only produces 86, 87, some websites saying 86.7, some are saying 87 complete. It's just, it's one of those, it's about 86 horsepower. It's not a lot. Really isn't a lot of power for an 1100cc bike, but for the road it has ample power. And for the design of the motorcycle, it's not one of these bikes that is designed to scream power. It is Honda's cruiser range, and as a cruiser sounds, it is for cruising about comfortably and then opening the taps a little bit when you want to exploit a bit of power. The 1100 comes with cruise control. Now, I have seen on quite a few forums that people are asking how the cruise control works because they can't get it to activate. So I'm going to run you through very quickly how to activate cruise control with the Honda motorcycles. First of all, you press the cruise control button down here, the little grey one, the speedo. I'll press that now. Takes the cruise control light off. Press it again, the amber cruise control light displays. And that tells you it is activated. The next part you want to do is press the down or the up arrow. However, this is where people are coming unstuck. Turning it on is not a problem. Activating it seems to be. You have to be doing over 30 miles an hour, and you also have to be in 4th gear or above to be able to activate cruise control. Anything other than that, you will not get cruise control in. So I'm going to put it back in sport mode because we're coming up to a 40 and a 50, so I'm going to want to wind the taps on a little bit. And again, like all the other Honda bikes, as soon as you select your preferred power setting, you need to just roll off the throttle, roll back on again, and you will be in that new power setting. 15 miles an hour, set cruise control. It also shows you down here what your cruise control is set at, and there you go. It is as easy as that. Flick it up on the up switch, 49 miles an hour, flick it down, 48. The one thing I have found on the Honda range is when you put it at, say, 50, it will tend to sit the bike at 51 miles an hour. So I'm on 48 miles an hour at the moment, and the bike is sitting comfortably at 49 miles an hour. A little bit odd, but hey ho, it's not a biggie. Just bear that in mind if you want to be under the speed limit for any period of time. It also has an ambient air temperature on this one, 21 degrees at the moment. Has gear indicator, which the Rebel 500 does not. I always like bikes with gear indicators, just gives you that peace of mind. Also, to disengage cruise control, you can just roll forward on the throttle and that will bring it off of cruise control. It's a little tip there if you don't know. That is pretty much the same for all motorcycles. To get the peg down, yeah, got my boot down at that point. Okay. So there isn't much of a lean angle on this bike before you're getting your feet on the floor. Just bear that in mind if you do ride them. But the display is very, very nice. You got your fuel gauge, you got your power, your traction control and sport. You go through the other settings, it's all there. You got your engine braking, you got your clock, you got your rev counter, you got your speed, your tank range. It's all there. You got your trips. It's all basic stuff for motorcycles, nothing too difficult. It is very, very basic, the Rebel 1100, but it's a fun bike to ride. It's got 6 gears. Now the button over here, the A and the M, you got automatic and you got manual. At the moment there's no D on there. If I press that, D comes back on, press it away, D goes off. D is for the DCT setting. So at the moment I'm in a manual mode on this bike, so I can use the downshifter, bring it down the gears. There we go, into 3rd gear, slowing it down. I'm going to go back into drive for the automatic. So it's just like a car. You got your fully manual mode and you got your automatic mode. Simple as that. Alright, let's pull into a petrol station quickly. Not that I need more fuel, just going to catch up with 2 other riders. Pulls away very smoothly.